This next one's called Lettuce. So let us begin! Walking through a field of green, feel the heat, feel the sunshine, don't take a seat. Crossing over silver stream, don't get wet feet. Enjoy the steep climb, don't take that seat. Heading upwards, feel the breeze, oh what a scene. Keep moving up now, sweet, sweet caffeine. Legs running, hearts breathe, nearly complete. Scramble over the rocks now, baby, won't come back down. Won't come back down, coming down, coming down. Sit around, won't come back down, coming down, coming down. Sit around, won't come back down, coming down, coming down, coming down, coming down, coming down, coming down. Don't take a seat. Crossing over silver stream, don't get wet feet. Enjoy the steep climb, don't take that seat. Heads up, oh what a scene. Keep moving up now, sweet, sweet caffeine. Legs running, hearts breathe, nearly complete. Scramble over the rocks now, baby, won't come back down. Won't come back down, coming down, coming down. Sit around, won't come back down, coming down, coming down. Sit around, won't come back down, coming down, coming down, coming down, coming down, coming down, walking through a field of green, feel the heat, feel the sunshine, don't take a seat. Crossing over silver stream, don't get wet feet. Enjoy the steep climb, don't take that seat. Headed up and feel the breeze, oh what a scene. Keep moving up now, sweet, sweet caffeine. Legs running, hearts breathe, nearly complete. Scramble over the rocks now, baby, we're at the peak.
Fine Lime.
Yeah, hello.
How are we doing?
Yeah, all good,
Yeah,
man.
good.
Nice one. How was your experience in the Live at Lad's living room?
I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
Sick.
It was
So
such a
cool.
cool
Great
little
place.
setting.
Nice.
Fucking-
That is what we like. And it was on a
Definitely
sunny day and you guys got to do a little bit of sunbathing as well.
Exactly.
Awesome. Do you mind just going down the line and introducing yourselves?
I'm Rob. I play drums.
I'm Kieran and I play bass and sing, kind of.
I'm Jason, I play guitar.
I'm Will and I play keys.
Fantastic. Now, how long have you guys been this unit?
Well, we were
quite a
talking about that
story.
earlier. It was about
Yeah.
did we say settle on 15 months? Is that what we said?
Yeah,
about
roughly.
that. For like that we've been actively working on
Okay.
this sort
Yeah,
of
like
this
Fine
sort of
Line
thing.
started at the start of like 24 that year, but we've been a band. We've all met at like 21 and 22, those kind of years. So we've been together for a little while. But yeah, Fine
Just
Line
doing-
started last year, really.
Just doing different projects beforehand, before we sort of settled on this sort of sound and direction.
Cool. So speaking of sound, like what's the main influences?
I think it's a proper mix of everything. There's,
quite
like, there's
broad.
so much stuff.
Which is
like-
great.
Yeah, it's really good. I think that's sometimes hopefully you can hear it in our music, but there's like a proper mix of like psychedelic stuff, funky stuff. You write some fucking proper jazzy shit. Sometimes I'm like, man, that
Sometimes.
sounds so good. Like I'd never would have thought of writing that, but it's cool. And then we got like little heavy influences and stuff as well. So it's pretty.
Sort of like high energy funk, I'd say.
Yeah.
A little bit of rock in there as well.
Nice. Very cool.
Yeah,
Nice. You guys did a bit of recording not too long ago, didn't you?
we did.
Yeah.
Nice. Was that at it was.
Joplin House.
Yeah,
with
Dan
Yeah.
Lucas. He was
How was
so
that?
cool. It was so cool,
He's
man.
got some cool shit in there.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
So
really good-
much
really
shit.
cool
I was
place.
walking around like, what's this? And he's like, oh, that was used on like Korn's album.
Yeah,
I'm like,
man.
what the fuck? Okay.
Some fuzz pedals, that corn use.
Yeah.
Like, I'm using that.
Yeah, you know that bit on Blind, that wah. He was like, yeah, that's the thing they used. And he's like, can we use it? And he's like, yeah. So you got to use it. And I was like,
Give
that's
it-
great.
give it to
Yeah.
me.
So cool.
I was like, oh no, my fuzz ain't working. That's a shame. Yeah.
Isn't he closing soon to get his new desk?
Yes, he's
Oh,
getting
yeah.
a desk. What was the recording studio? called?
Indigo. Ranch.
Yeah,
That's
and
it.
so that's what he based the studio off, and like it's like a one-off that he's.
Do you know much about Indigo Ranch?
No.
So I think it was a recording studio that was in America. I don't know whereabouts it was.
Miami or something.
Something like that. But it's out in America, and loads of bands that he's like influenced by, they all recorded albums there. So it was like, that was like his fate. He was like, I always want to go there. And then I think it like burnt down or it closed down. They sold loads of stuff. And he spent ages, I think he said he spent like 3 years tracking down where that mixing desk was. And then he finally got hold of the guy and was like, if you're ever going to sell it, like, let me know. And then it's eventually sort of got to the point where he can get it. So he's got to like
That's incredible.
It's crazy. They got to like take like a wall down and shit so they could get it through and all sorts of stuff. But it's going to be insane. But the one he's got at the minute was crazy. Was that Olympic Studios, I think that was from.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. And he was like, yeah, no, Pink Floyd recorded through this. And me and Jason are like, what?
Yeah, hello.
That's the thing. You never know who's touched the gear
No.
when you do you.
I was like
It's
looking at all them
amazing.
dials going, man, fucking Roger Waters and Dave Gilmour were just sat there like playing with that at one point.
They're
And now me and my silly little band are also plugged into it.
Stan's like, yeah, man.
What was it you guys recorded? Was it an album? Was it an EP?
Just
Single?
Two singles.
Two singles.
Decided to go
Okay.
down the single route rather than the whole EP
Okay.
thing. You get a little bit more marketing. With
Would you do the EP?
I think we're going to do an
Yeah.
EP, but
It'd be at the end, so we do singles first, and we wrap it up as an EP package.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
kind of the idea.
I think we maybe try and do like 6 singles or something, and then
Yeah.
we'll fit them 6 plus a couple extra
yeah.
on an EP.
Okay.
So it's like sort of a amalgamation of all of them.
It's a cool place to go. Sounds really
Oh,
good.
it's really
it was
good.
awesome.
Yeah, great
Check 'em
vibe.
out. We're plugging them. This is for you, Dan.
Hopefully they'll be out by the time this is out, but who knows?
So could you talk us about a little bit about the gear that you guys are using? So we've got a very, very nice Pearl reference drum kit behind us.
thank you.
And you have a little piccolo snare, which
Yeah.
is beautiful.
Yeah, I've been playing with that for a few months now, the piccolo. I just wanted something sort of really high frequency that's going to cut. I used to have a really deep snare and I just always felt it was a bit drowned out at gigs and stuff.
Yeah, I get that.
I just cranked this one up. It rings out really nicely.
Lovely.
I just love the way it feels, just rim shots on it, really good.
Nice snap.
It sounds like a gunshot when
Yeah, proper.
That's what
that
you want.
second take we did of Letters, when you hit that first,
first
you
note.
see me, I don't know if it's on camera, but I turned around, I was like, ah! It's so good.
Yeah, I love it.
That's like, I love that. It's the universal show of appreciation. Just
Oh, I just-
Stonks face, yeah.
bass. What were you using on bass?
I've got a P bass there at the minute,
Cool.
which is, I think it was just a Made in Mexico one. It was the first half decent bass I bought when I started earning money, and then I've kind of turned it into a bit of a Frankenstein. I've played around with the pick guard and the strings and the.
Yep.
I've changed the pickups. I can't tell you what they are. That was years ago, but
fair.
it's just become a bit of a thing, and it looks cool for the band. So I'm like, that'll
It
do.
does. Very limey colours.
I've got a nicer bass, but I use it some gigs because I feel like I'm neglecting it. I don't know if you get like that. You know, when you've got like more than, and then you're
Yeah.
like, oh, I need to take that to a gig because it's not been out for
It's
a
like
while.
Yeah,
choosing
yeah.
your favourite child.
Yeah, you shouldn't be able to choose, but
No.
you do.
Yeah.
Guitar. What were you using on guitar?
Oh man, I could be here for hours. So yeah, I mean my Strat, I got that in 2013. So Fender did a limited one. It's like Stratocaster and Telecaster swell. So every finish was unique. I was like, mate, I have to have it. I want it. Give it to me right now. As soon as I saw it.
It's very nice.
And like originally it came with single coils and the humbucker at the bridge, but I wasn't quite vibing with it. So I swapped them out for more like Jimmy sounding single coils. Eventually I changed the neck for more American deluxe neck, get that nice feel. So it's completely unique to me. Like that's my baby. Like I love that to bits. Like it's there. Like as soon as I saw it, it's like, that's me. Like the psychedelic
it is
stuff,
very
the funky
you,
thing. Like it's there. I mean the amps. I mean that's the POS is a new one. I bought that last year because when we jam on my house, we all plug into my PC and I got like an amp software and I really like my tone on that and I was like, well, what amp is that based off? It's based off that? So I was like, well, I want that, so I'm gonna get that. That's been ages choosing speakers. So that was a while. So yeah, that's kind of it really. But I mean, funny enough, the amp is a heavy metal amp, but it's got such a nice clean tone. I was like, I love it. Like, it's great.
Man.
That's cool. And keys. What were you using? On keys?
So it's Yamaha YC, so I've got the 73 sort of key, just a little bit smaller because
Cool.
there's just no room at gigs. But just needed something for like organs, clavs, electric pianos.
Do you normally
pianos.
sit or do you ever stand?
Yeah, I mean,
He refuses to stand.
It's
a whole thing.
I will not.
basically. Yeah,
Sitting.
like no,
It's like if you
have
want me to
sit
play
down.
keys, I'll be sitting down. So it's like, all
Pretty
right, fair
much.
enough.
Yeah,
I feel like
which-
as a joke at some point you should just take his stool and just give him a space.
I genuinely think
something.
he'll go home.
well, it's because I'm borrowing your store every time, so I am kind of just.
I
hoping
genuinely
you
think
bring
Will
it.
would turn up if
Yeah.
we said we haven't got your store. We'd be like, see you later.
Nah,
Let's go home.
happening.
Like, we'd be like, all right, bye, Will.
But yeah, no. I mean, yeah. Other than that, I mean, it's a great keyboard. Like, obviously, has all of the main sounds that you sort of
Awesome.
need.
Nice.
But yeah,
Lovely. What does the rest of 2025 hold for you guys?
Cool. Gigging. Lots of gigs.
Yeah, lots
Good.
of gigs coming up.
Good. Go to one of their shows. They're really good.
Please. Please, man. Come on, man.
But yeah, no, just that and releasing singles. We're booked in again with Dan in June, beginning of June. So
Okay.
that'll be another 2 singles, hopefully, maybe 3 if we can
Excellent.
squeeze them in. But so yeah, just release them through the year and then hopefully quit my job and do this full time.
Yes.
That's
the
the
goal.
One of us.
Yeah.
One of us.
Do it, man. Like,
No, that's awesome. Guys, thank you so much for coming down.
Thank you for
much,
having
much
us.
appreciated.
Thanks for having us.
Last couple of questions. Firstly, how can everybody find you guys, and where can they find your music as and when it's out?
Your social media.
social media,
that side.
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You know the deal, guys. Come
What
on.
is it? Fine Line Music.
Yeah, Fine Line Music is our handle. So if you find that, you'll get us. Soon we're on Spotify. Soon. It's coming, people. God's sake, we know.
no,
trust
it's
me.
out now. At this point,
yeah,
it's
by the
out.
time this is out,
Oh,
we're
whenever
fine.
it releases, I'll shut up now. But yeah, social media. We're about, you know the drill, guys. Come on.
Excellent. And then the last question. Now, I know you guys have been on a couple of bills with local bands, Smile You Son of a Bitch,
Yep.
and a couple of the others.
Great lads.
Is there any bands in the local scene that you haven't played with yet that you would like to? We're going to try and sow some seeds here.
We haven't actually done
Well,
a gig with
like-
Rhino Trank yet, have we?
No, we haven't done
Um,
one with them yet.
that needs to
Rhino
happen.
Track are really good.
Yeah, we know
I
those
think we've
guys
got a
quite
gig
well.
booked in with
Yeah,
them,
we've got
haven't
one in
Yeah, we got one coming up.
supporting them in at the ship in
And
June.
we wanted to play with Dead Geese, and unfortunately for us, we're up against them in the quarterfinals of
Yeah.
the Battle of the Bands tomorrow night, which we'll see, obviously, when the time this comes out,
Yeah.
we'll know whether we got through or not. But yeah, they're fucking wicked.
We may
as well,
have
so-
future winners in the house.
Yeah,
ladies
well,
and
that's it.
gentlemen.
I wouldn't go that far.
Manifest it.
Nice.
We won Battle of the Bands this year, by the way, guys.
we cut in just like
You've
we
done it
won,
now.
we did.
No.
Excellent. Well, chaps, thank you so much for coming down.
Thank you for having us,
It was a
man.
pleasure. And I hope to have you back sometime in the future, but we will set you some challenges for the next appearance.
nice.
Yeah.
There's
Happy
going
birthday.
to be some little odds and sods going
Ah,
on.
nice.
Yeah, sombreros all round.
Can we do a scavenger hunt round there?
that'd be hilarious.
sick.
Yeah. All right. Cheers, chaps. Thank you
Sweet.
so much.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.